Hello everybody, Elcrix here, and welcome to another Mercenary Thoughts from the Inner Sphere, episode 293. And today we're going to be talking about that training mech, the Chameleon. Yes, it's a 50-ton mech. It's a 696, has 10 heat sinks, 112 points of armor, which is 7 tons, and has a plethora of weapons. Well, we have a large laser in the right arm, a medium laser in the right arm. We have a medium laser in the left arm. We have 2 small lasers in the right arm and a small laser in the left torso with a machine gun and 2 machine guns in the center torso with a half-ton of ammo in the left torso. And then we have jump jets. We have 2 in the right leg, 2 in the left leg, and then we have 1 in each right and left torso. Well, as a training mech, it's, well, checks all the boxes for keeping new mech pilots learning how to, well, fight and manage heat, because this thing is a heat monster with only 10 heat sinks. And you fire the large laser and maybe jump. You're up on 14, so 4 in the heat scale. And you already 1 point of heat away from slowing down to a 5, 8, 6. So it behooves the pilot to learn how to control and manage their heat, which is why it's a training mech. And makes a lot of sense why it's designed the way it is. Now, that went out the door when it was the rights to build this thing were traded away, and they started manufacturing actual combat versions of this mech. So there are some combat versions of the mech out there, which they try to do some things to make it more combat worthy. Now, just as the standard configuration, let's say you have one of these or a couple of them in your training company teaching new mech warriors how to fight, and maybe you have 4 of them so you can learn how to do lance tactics or something of that nature. Overall, not bad for that general purpose. And if you decide to run around with it, it's similar to a 5-ton heavier Phoenix Hawk in some ways, and how it works. That's how I always look at this thing. So, like I said, you can jump this thing, fire the large laser, go up 4 in the heat scale, and then you have to start managing what you want to do. It's like either run away, not fire the large laser and cool off, or if you get in close, you can jump and fire a 1 single medium laser, or you can fire your 3 small lasers in the machine gun and then drop heat if you jump. That's kind of like how you can look at it. You got to figure out these things and keep it cool, because it's one of those mechs, if you start heating it up, it starts slowing down, and with this lack of armor it has, and then it's going to die a horrible death pretty quickly. Considering that a 35-ton mech like a Wolfhound has more armor than this thing does. But you do have the internal structure to make up some of the difference, but you're still running around with a half-ton of machine gun ammo sitting in the left torso, so all it takes is 1 crit chance, or 1 crit in the left torso. You got a 50% chance of hitting the ammo. That just tells you how much space you have open in the torsos. So there's a lot of opportunity to blow one of these things up if it gets into combat. So there is that. Now, of the different versions out there, we have the 4B training scout. Formerly commonly used as a training mech. It has 1 large laser, 2 medium lasers, 4 small lasers, and 2 machine guns with only 10 heat sinks. Alright, so forcing them to understand how to use these things. So there is that. And then it's like it has 3 critical spaces equipment for in the center torso, like the machine guns and half-ton ammo. So there, it's basically the same mech as the 7V as the 4B. Then we have the 7 Whiskey. The 7 Whiskey Chameleon looks to use the mech as a full-time combat role. This has an upgraded large laser, so now we're going up into more of a modern era. It has instead of the large laser, you got an ER large laser. The machine guns and the small lasers have been removed and replaced with 2 medium pulse lasers and double heat sinks. And that's running around 1250 battle value, which is about 200 more than the standard version that we just discussed a little while ago. So it does handle the heat a little better, so you can fire the large laser, ER large, jumps up to 6. That's 18 heat. It's staying cool. All right, so there you go. Then you can fire a pulse laser and then maybe go up by 2. So there's that. Now, if you decide to just fire the pulse lasers, you can fire both those pulse lasers and still jump and still stay cool. It's when you start adding that second that medium pulse laser, that's when things start getting a little wonky for the heat scale, and you start cooking again. So there. And then there's the 7Z Zulu. This is a combat variant of the carries primary weapon, 2 large lasers and an ER large laser. So basically, you downgraded everything. So you have 2 large lasers and you have 12 double heat sinks. So you can fire both of the large lasers and still be fine. And then you can either add in, if you need the extra range with it, you can fire the ER large and a standard large and still be fine. But this one comes in around 15, a little over 1500 battle value. So not a big fan of that one per se. I'd rather have drop one of those large lasers. So if you want 2 large lasers, fine. Have one. You could almost go with 2 of them, 2 ERs, 12 double heat sinks, and then turn that 1 large laser into 4 medium lasers and then another heat sink. So that might have been a better option to go down the road with. So yeah, you're running with 12, and you're running 12, 12, and 12. So each weapon system, you can fire the 2 large lasers, ERs, and then have 24 plus another heat sink. So you're running cool there. Or you can fire a ER large and your 4 medium lasers and still be running within the parameters of your heat sinks. So that's that option right there. Or if you want some anti-infantry work, and maybe one of those medium lasers could be a flamer. So there. Then there's a 7VQ Victor Quebec. This one has been hunting down and attacking senior officers in several academies across the inner sphere. Is equipped with a heavy PPC, a PPC capacitor, and 3 improved heavy medium lasers tied into a targeting computer clan. And then you have ECM on board to kind of mask your signature to some extent against like Artemis, etc., or other C3 systems. So this one, I'm be honest, never overly a big fan of the heavy lasers, to be honest, or heavy PPCs. Yeah, you get more damage out of them, but you also have the drawback of less range. And the minuses, you got, actually not minuses, but pluses to hit, so it makes it harder to hit your target. Yes, it comes with a targeting computer, but it's kind of a mix of taking clan and inner sphere equipment, tossing it on there. So there's that. I already just discussed some of the ways I would look at messing with this thing. Let's see, I think I have a version. Here we go. This one I have used in the past. It has an ER large laser and 4 medium lasers and a flamer. Yeah, that's basically what I was discussing before, but it only has 10 double heat sinks. So it's a 696. So you can fire the large laser, jump if you need to, you're fine. Or you can fire the medium lasers and the flamer and run that route if you need to. So you're looking at what, 15, 21 heat. So not bad. You could do that for 4 turns, just keeping on somebody's 6 or different mechs 6 and keep hammering them away with the short range stuff, or jump away and use the large. You can go that route. So there are a couple options to go around. But one of the things I would always do with all these mechs is toss on ferrofibrous armor. So the applique on it, at least kick up the armor values a little bit more comparatively to what originally the 112 definitely needs an armor upgrade in that department. So there you go. That's the Chameleon. Interesting mech for what it can do. Overall, it's nothing right home about as being an excellent mech. But, if you're looking to pick up something that's a little bit different, it can fall into the cavalry aspect of the battlefield. It's not a scout, it's a cavalry mech. Being in the 6'9" moving, it's a flanker. Hitting the edges, that's basically how I'd use it. Alright, so that is it. That's the Chameleon. Hope you guys like it. Like and subscribe, share with your friends, and we'll see you in the next one. Al Craig's out.